Hi kids! Welcome to DepEd Quezon, Tabasan Elementary School, Tacloban District 2. Our subject for today is English 6 for the second quarter. I will be your teacher for today. My name is Teacher Angelica. Are you ready to learn? Okay, our lesson for today is all about sources of information. The most essential learning competency is to compare and contrast content of materials viewed to other sources of information such as print, online, and broadcast. Our objective here is to compare and contrast content of materials viewed to other sources of information such as print, online, and broadcast. Now class, before we finally go to our lesson, let us first examine the pictures below. Okay, class. Question. What sources do you use in gathering information for your assignment and other school activities? Okay, newspaper, TV, books, and internet. Great job, kids! Alright, let us now proceed to the learning task number 1. What you're going to do is to identify the materials to be used in each situation below. Classify each as the print, broadcast, or online. Number 1. Marita needs to watch news on television. Alright, the answer is broadcast. Number 2. Mrs. Chavez used the chart which she bought from the local bookshop in explaining the water cycle. The answer is print. Very good. Number 3. Alex tours around Tayaba City using the interactive map installed in his cell phone. What is the answer? Online. That's great. Number 4. The pupils watch available videos online on gardening. The answer is online, correct. And number 5. My parents love to read the newspapers every morning. What will be the answer? Okay, print. Very good. Now class, here is the different sources of information. Okay, we have 3 different sources of information. The first source of information is the print materials. Print materials consist of all written or printed materials. Examples are printed version of textbooks, workbooks, reference books, magazines, newspapers, or journals. The second source of information is the broadcast materials. Broadcast materials are resources transmitted to public through radio and television. The examples of these broadcast materials are public service announcement, daily news, weather forecasts, interviews, documentaries, comedies, movies, sports, and TV advertisements and commercials. The third source of information that we have is the online materials. Online materials are learning resources that are made available online. Common examples of online resources are blogs or blogs, podcasts, audiobooks, ebooks, videos, mobile apps, web pages, social media, and emails. Always remember, in accessing online materials, take note to be careful and vigilant with the authorship, credibility, and authenticity of internet documents, since some sources may contain unverified information. Another point to remember, with the use of various sources of information, you may now compare and contrast the information viewed from print, broadcast, and online platforms. The skills in comparing and contrasting are necessary in enriching your knowledge in finding reliable and credible sources of information. Okay, class, say this again. Question. Again, what are the three sources of information? Okay, repeat after me. Print materials, broadcast materials, and the last but not the least, online materials. Great job, kids! Let's now proceed to our learning task 2. Presented below are various sources of information. Now, identify which source of information does not belong to each group. Then, after eliminating the material which does not belong to each group, classify the three remaining materials as to print, broadcast, and online materials. Number 1. Textbooks, workbooks, reference books, daily TV news. Number 2. TV documentaries, ebook, radio comedies, and TV commercials. Number 3. Blogs, vlogs, written diary, videos, and web pages. Number 4. Printed magazines, printed newspapers, social media, and printed journals. Number 5. Email, book, ebook, and mobile app. Now, you are going to classify these materials. Okay, class, learning task number 3. What you're going to do is to classify the materials below as the print, online, or broadcast materials. Here are the examples on the box. What you're going to do is to write them under the print materials, broadcast materials, and online materials. Learning task number 4. Compare and contrast TV, radio, and printed advertisements of two shampoos you are familiar with. Using a Venn diagram, note down the similarities and differences. Then write a paragraph explaining the content about the said Venn diagram. Here is the rubrics. Okay, so before we end with our lesson, I would like you to answer this activity. Complete the statements below by supplying the missing terms. Select from the given choices below. Here is the choices. TV ad, textbook, broadcast, print sources, TV movies, email, examples, online. There are 3 basic blank of information: print, broadcast, and online materials. Blank materials consist of all written or printed materials. Blank is an example of a printed material. Blank materials, meanwhile, are resources transmitted to public through radio and television. Blank is an example of a broadcast materials. Blank materials, on the other hand, are learning resources that are made available online. Blank is an example of online material. Alright, I hope you learned a lot from this lesson, kids. Good job, all of you. See you again next time with our next lesson. Bye, kids, and enjoy.